So I already said that. Becoming financially free, it all boils down to managing your money, and then the next step, I'll tell you in a moment. So how do you manage your money? You probably have heard some of our biggest mentors like T. Harv Eker. He uses 6 jars or bank accounts. If that can be scary for some people, having 6 bank accounts, and then if you have a business, it's another 6, and if you have 2 businesses, then it's another 6, so you have 18, 24 bank accounts. I do, but you can start at the very least, if that scares you, with 2. One is your
necessities,
need, and one is your savings. Okay, your necessities, and one your needs basically, and one is your savings. But ideally, here it is. Ideally, you have a savings. We call it financial freedom account. Ideally, you do have a necessities. That's your basic needs, my friends, that you went over earlier. Your basic needs. So Starbucks does not go in there. And then, and I think if you do it, if you have only 2, at least you can get another 2. One should be for play, because you do deserve to play. There's a lot of studies. I'm not gonna go over it right now. I don't have time. That's for another webinar. But my fellow scientist, Dr. Renee Brown, she did a ton of studies. You can find them on Google Scholars on play. And people who keep play consistent in their lives make more money and are happier in life. And you can see many examples of that on even Mark Zuckerberg. He always, the founder of Facebook, he always posts about what he does with his family, his dog, his trips. So he knows the importance of keeping play consistent in his life for success. Education, that's where your money that you were saying, Miss, 40K a year for your education, for your development, can come from this account, and is a total tax write-off if you have a good CPA. Okay? Then, if you already have these 4 accounts, you may as well get another 2. One is for those expenses, those wants that you have once in a while, not monthly, just once in a while, like in a yearly vacation to Europe, okay? And then ideally, you also have a give account, and that's a total tax write-off as well, because you know, especially from today, how important it is to give back, and that's a vital component of financial freedom, giving. The more you give, the more you help others, the faster you will become wealthy and financially free. Okay, so these percentages that some of you have heard before are ideal. They are guidelines, but they're just those percentages of your income. They're just guidelines. Reality that most people, they have to start wherever they're at. Most people, I start with their necessities, that's their basic needs, are 110%. Okay, so you start wherever you're at. So how do you do that? Okay, so financial freedom account you use for investment. Okay, that's what you use for investment, your savings, your financial freedom account. Some people use necessities money for investment. That is the biggest mistake. You never use your basic need money for investments. For investments, or you only use your financial freedom account fund. So what do you use for investments?
FFA.
Exactly, FFA. Okay, your necessities, again, ideally you bring them down to 55, but hey, if you are like some of my clients that start at 110%, your basic needs, hey, even bringing it down to 99, that's a step,
Yeah.
99%. So Play, younger people, usually their percentage is a little higher than 10. That's totally fine. Older people is not as high. For some of them, maybe they're already retired, but you're happy medium. Okay? And so education, we always recommend to save 10% in there for your education. That's a want. It's important.
So Elena,